Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are locking in on the absolute ultimate milestone every single creator is desperately waiting for, 1,000 subscribers. It's the magic number, right? I mean, without it, your channel can't be monetized. And let's be totally honest, without it, you just don't get that internal motivation to keep making videos. But crossing that line, man, it feels literally impossible for so many of us.
I want to hit you right out of the gate with a pretty staggering statistic: 90%. That is the percentage of creators who absolutely never reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you've been grinding away trying to crack the code and just feeling completely exhausted by the lack of progress, you are absolutely not alone. This number completely validates just how hard this game actually is.
You know the feeling, right? It's incredibly easy to get stuck at 50 or maybe 100 subscribers and just completely freeze. The numbers stubbornly refuse to move. But when analyzing the creator whose strategies we're breaking down today, they were stuck in that exact same spot. But through a ton of trial and error, they actually cracked a very specific formula. And we're not just talking about crawling to 1,000. They gained 5,000 subscribers in a single day. They repeated that exact same success on a second channel, hitting 20,000 in a week, and even helped a friend who was a total tech novice cross 1,000 subs in just 20 days.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, the fake subscriber trap. Before we even talk about growth, we absolutely have to talk about the shortcuts that will instantly kill a channel. Consider this your first major warning if you're trying to push past a plateau. You are going to see offers everywhere online promising 1,000 subscribers for some incredibly cheap price, maybe like 500 rupees, with the so-called 100% guarantee. It feels like a magic shortcut, I know, but it is literal slow poison. If you feel like you absolutely must spend money for a boost, the only safe way to do it is through the official YouTube promotion tab. This actually puts your videos in front of real, living people who might genuinely subscribe, which means healthy growth. The downside? Well, it obviously costs money. You're looking at around 10 to 20 rupees per subscriber, depending on your niche, but the bright side is YouTube won't punish you for using their own tool.
Here's exactly why paying for those cheap, fake subscribers totally destroys all your hard work. First off, those bot subscribers, they're just sleeping bots or entirely inactive accounts. They have zero interest in your content, which means absolutely zero engagement. No likes, no comments, no watch time whatsoever. Imagine the YouTube algorithm looking at your channel. It sees you have 500 subscribers, but your brand new video only gets 10 views. The algorithm is instantly going to think, wow, this content must be incredibly boring if even their own subscribers won't click on it. The system catches the fake views, flags your channel, and boom, you're permanently shadow banned. You could keep uploading forever, but your videos will simply never be recommended.
All right, moving on to part 2, mastering your channel niche. So think about this classic beginner mistake. If you post a gaming video today, a cooking video tomorrow, and then, a tech review the next day, YouTube is entirely confused about who your audience actually is. Imagine a hardcore gamer subscribing to you for some epic boss fight, and tomorrow you serve them up a cupcake recipe? Yeah, they aren't going to click. YouTube sees your own subscribers completely ignoring your video, which totally destroys your watch time and your click-through rates. The algorithm quickly concludes your video is bad, and it just stops pushing it entirely.
And this brilliantly illustrates how you can solve that problem without feeling totally boxed in. Use an umbrella topic. You don't have to make exactly the same video every single day. It is absolutely okay to experiment as long as you stay within a broad, overarching category. Take the Make Money Online niche, for example. That's a huge umbrella. But underneath it, you can freely experiment with videos about blogging or maybe freelancing or digital marketing. The core interest of the audience remains exactly the same, so they're going to keep clicking.
But, there's actually a super fascinating evolution to this whole concept. Over time, you actually become the niche. People start following your personality, your specific presentation style, and your unique approach to things. The source analysis points out the channel Beer Biceps as a perfect example of this. Years ago, that channel started out purely doing fitness videos. Then it transitioned into men's grooming, and now it covers entirely different topics like long-form podcasts. But the crazy thing is, the viewers stayed. Why? Because the audience stopped connecting just with a topic and started connecting with the creator. Once you establish your unique vibe, you become the reason people watch. All right, we're shifting gears to a really crucial mindset change. If you want to grow rapidly, you need to live by this one single rule. Treat every viewer like a beginner. It is so incredibly easy to assume that the person watching today has seen all your past videos and that they know exactly who you are and what you're talking about. But making that assumption will absolutely kill your retention.
Why? Because on any given upload, 90% of the audience is entirely new to your channel. Think about that. A massive 90% of them have never seen a single piece of your content before. So if you dive straight into highly technical talk or start dropping inside jokes from past videos, they're going to be instantly confused and click away, completely destroying your average view duration.
So, you've got to keep your explanations incredibly simple. Think about how politicians structure their speeches so a 10-year-old can easily understand the core message. The exact same rule applies here. Drop the complicated jargon, avoid super complex examples, and just stop trying to sound like some elite expert. The honest truth is, there are very few experts in the world, and there are millions of beginners. If you make a video that a beginner can effortlessly understand, the expert is still going to enjoy it. But if you make a video tailored just for an expert, the beginners will leave immediately. People don't want to burn brain power when they're watching. They want things explained easily.
Which brings us to part 3, winning over new viewers.
Okay, so you've kept it simple, you've got them watching. Let's walk through the timeline of a successful video upload to apply the engagement tactics that actually turn casual viewers into loyal subscribers. Minute 0, right? That's your hook and intro. But pay attention to minute 1. This is your peak engagement. This is when the absolute maximum number of people are actively watching. This is the exact moment you need to deliver a direct, clear call to action. Look at the camera and ask them to subscribe right then and there. If you don't ask, the psychological chances of them doing it on their own drop significantly. Now, fast forward to your upload going live and look at hour 1. Your job isn't done. You need to be in that comment section replying to absolutely every single new comment.
That first hour in the comments is honestly like magic. Comments are one of the most powerful signals you can possibly send to the YouTube algorithm. When you reply instantly in that first hour, you are generating early engagement. YouTube sees this rapid back and forth and thinks, whoa, there is an active discussion happening here. This must be valuable. And then, the algorithm will automatically push your video out to more people. Ignoring comments is literally rejecting free algorithmic growth. Plus, when a viewer sees you actively listening and responding to them, they instantly transform from a casual clicker into a loyal, dedicated fan.
All right, here we go. Part 4, the ultimate growth formula.
So the crucial point is, you could have flawless editing, the world's absolute most beautiful thumbnail, and the perfect upload schedule. And you will still fail if you don't grasp this next concept. Imagine you make the absolute best, highest quality cup of tea in the entire world, but you open your tea shop right in the middle of a barren, empty desert. It doesn't matter how amazing the tea is, right? You are going to make 0 sales because there is absolutely no demand. Now reverse it. Imagine you make just a totally average, normal cup of tea, but you set up your little shop right outside a packed, incredibly busy railway station. You are guaranteed to make incredible sales because the audience is hungry and the demand is massive.
This brings us to a brilliant concept called the Chaiwala method. It essentially proves that finding topics where the audience is hungry but creator supply is low is the absolute secret to going viral. An average video on a topic with massive, ravenous demand will always, and I mean always, beat a cinematic, perfectly edited video on a topic that nobody is searching for. If a seemingly basic video goes viral, it's not luck, guys. It's because the idea itself had incredibly high demand.
So, all of this creates a really clear hierarchy of success that you absolutely must follow to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. It all starts with step 1, the idea. A strong idea with high demand is the foundation of the whole shebang. If your idea is weak, those 10 hours you spent editing are totally wasted. Once you have the right idea, step 2 is packaging it up with a compelling thumbnail and title to actually get the click. And finally, step 3 is delivering engaging, super simple content that fulfills the promise you made in the title. Idea first, packaging second, content third. That, right there, is the formula.
All right, so you've got the blueprint. You know to avoid those awful fake bot traps. You know how to master a broad umbrella niche. You know you need to speak simply to the 90% of viewers who are brand spanking new. And you know that your ideas absolutely must follow high demand. If you follow this, hitting 1,000 subscribers is simply a matter of time. But what happens the day after you finally hit 1,000? You still need 4,000 watch hours to actually get monetized, and the only real way to do that is to get a video to truly go viral. So how exactly do you engineer a viral video? Well, that's a whole other massive hurdle we're going to have to explore next time. Thanks so much for watching this explainer, and keep creating.